Good morning, my friends. MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Pretty widespread rain on the way, mostly for tonight. A little bit of light rain shower activity west side of the state during the day today, but mostly let's call it a wet night tonight and tomorrow morning on the east side of the state. Hi to some folks. Hey, we got a lot of folks on here. Good morning, Bill Bechamp. Tom Ramsey in Freeport, good morning. Henry and Meemaw in Ludington, good morning. And Mike Stetz, good morning to you. All right, let's get to it. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and here we go. So here's the current radar, and like I said, you could see in the western side of the state, light showers heading toward the Big Rapids area into Ludington. Eventually, Traverse City in a few hours, you might get a light shower. But the main activity off to the west, Minnesota, Iowa, western Wisconsin, and all headed our way. So satellite imagery shows you that even though we have beautiful sunshine, eastern 2/3 of the state now will be clouding up probably pretty quickly in the next few hours. So enjoy the morning sunshine while you can. Marjorie Stevens finally likes the windows open and the AC off. Hey, I know how that goes. Getting breezy too ahead of this storm system. So right now these are the current wind gusts, and where you see the greens, those are wind gusts of 25 to 30 miles an hour. Out of the east, southeast, a sign that the storm system is pulling the air into it. In the southeast, still lighter winds, but your winds will be picking up also in the next couple of hours. All right, so let's look at the radar forecast here and get an idea of when we get the rain here over the next 24 to 36 hours. And I'll give you an idea of how much rain we get. Good morning, everyone. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the MLive Morning Weather Update. Lots of folks today. It looks like I kind of touched a nerve when I said could be a good widespread rain coming. And some places you're saying, we don't need that. But those are very isolated places. Over the weekend, some spotty, very heavy rainfall. But generally, most people are still pretty dry for this time of the year. So here's a radar forecast. Noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. And that's why I say northwest lower around the Grand Traverse City region, Charlevoix, Petoskey. You may start to get some spotty showers late morning. But southeast, Saginaw, Flint, Detroit, Ann Arbor, Jackson, Kalamazoo, all staying dry. This is 6 o'clock tonight. And 8 o'clock, 9, 10. So in the second half of the evening is with showers and thunderstorms will come into the Grand Rapids area. This is midnight. So really I would call it an overnight rain for a lot of lower Michigan. And tomorrow morning. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow and 10 and 11 and noon. So it looks like the first half of tomorrow will be wet from Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, Mount Pleasant, southward to Ann Arbor, Detroit area. And then that all works its way to the east. Maybe a leftover shower or so, but generally it looks like dry conditions. So, hey, give me just a second here. I want to hit refresh and see if the newest run is coming in. It is. So this is the same model. We get it every hour. Let's see if it says something different. So this is 11 o'clock tonight, midnight. And you see the red. So we can have thunderstorms in there, but in the middle of the night with this instability or lack thereof, I would say we don't have to worry about severe weather. Now this is 7 a.m. tomorrow, 8, 9, 10, 11. So still pointing toward a wet morning tomorrow for a lot of us, really. And not till about noontime does it clear up in the western part of the state. Here's your total precip. First, the older run off of this model. And what you see is a lot of us get a half inch. And if there's a couple of heavy streaks, you might be in the 1 to 2 inch range. Right now, this model says the heaviest streak comes from Ludington and Muskegon through Big Rapids to Mount Pleasant, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, and the Thumb. Let's also hit refresh here and grab the latest on this run and see if it changes it much. And this is through tomorrow afternoon, and it does change it in that it brings heavy rain up through Traverse City, and then still that heavier rain Saginaw, Midland, and that's why I like this. Let me see if we got an update on this one. What this is this is the high resolution. When we don't have an update, this is a high resolution ensemble. That means a lot of the high res models all average together. It takes out the heaviest amounts, so you don't get to see that, but it gives you the low end steady amounts. And what that says is there's going to be a lot of half inches. There's probably going to be a few spots where you'd say, boy, I wish we would have had more rain than that. Okay, so guess what? Fallish pattern starting to show up. Not deep fall, but first taste of it coming this weekend. I'll show you why. The jet stream kinks. And this big kink is what happens in the fall. This would be what I would call our first fallish cold front coming through. Looks like about Saturday or Sunday. Usually ahead of it, you get a couple of hours of showers. Then behind it, you get the, where did summer go type feel. And we still have plenty of summer weather to left. Don't get me wrong, but this starts the water temperatures on your favorite sandbar going down. Good morning, Mike Predmore and Monroe, and good morning, Jennifer Webster from Waterford. So here's that upper airflow. Also note Hurricane Aaron should stay off the East Coast, but if you're flying that way, Virginia, North Carolina, anywhere along the East Coast, going to be very gusty winds and very wavy. Now we're into Friday. Watch the storm system from the north. This is Saturday morning. This is Saturday night. This is Sunday. So this is a northwest flow. Trace back the black line from, say, the Saginaw area, and it comes from out of, central northern Canada. This is next Monday. That swings onto the east, and then notice the ridge builds pretty quickly, but also notice another upper level storm system. So the jet stream's starting to retreat southward and will be over us here shortly, and we will be into kind of a fall pattern. And I wanted to show you this. This is the jet stream, 30,000 feet up. So the greens, those are jet streaks. But what you'll notice is, here it is right now. Notice where the greens are, the strongest band of the jet stream, just at the very top northern edge of the map. That'd be central Canada. Now look where it sits when we get 16 days out. So here's our weekend. Bend in the jet stream, shoves the jet stream south. And as we go out to September 1st, my friends, September 1st, jet stream has shifted southward, and we're starting to look kind of fallish. Here's another model I like. It goes out a little bit farther in time on the rainfall. So we'll get into tonight. This is midnight, 1, 2, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So it also says it's an overnight rain, leftover showers in the morning and on to the east, and maybe some spritzels on Wednesday. Then our longest term model that we like shows you what's up for the rest of the week. So this is tonight. Tomorrow. Now Wednesday I expect to be pretty much dry aside from a quick shower in the far south. And Thursday looks fantastic. And Friday looks fantastic. We like fantastic Fridays, don't we? Here's that cold front. That's the signs of a cold front Saturday morning. And it probably may not have a whole lot of fanfare as far as moisture goes, but then the cooler air kicks in. And so let's see it. Today, we're about 80 in the southern half of the state, maybe a little cooler in the east. Traverse City, 75-ish. Tuesday, tomorrow, with the rain, you can be cooler in the north. Well, I'll be cooler in the 70s. And then Wednesday's a pure cool because it's dry with temperatures in the 70s. A Thursday, that might be a little bit warm. I would anticipate 70s on Thursday. Then Friday back to 80-ish. And Saturday, that might be a little bit warm too. But then the cold front comes through on Sunday. And look at this, low 80s in Detroit, then upper 70s in Saginaw and Flint, and then mid 70s in Grand Rapids, and 60s for highs in northern lower Michigan? Yeah, possibly with that kind of a cold front. And Monday, cool also. Like I said, we're still going to have some summer, but it's going to be tempered summer. By next week, we'll be back into the low 80s. So it's not done yet. Is 90 degrees done? Possibly. I would probably bet on this pattern, probably bet that it is. It still could happen, but so there you have it. We got a pretty good rain coming. We don't have to worry about severe weather as in tornadoes, large hail, or damaging winds. And most places still could use a good inch or two of rain. We did have some places that have drowned out, but they're really pretty small areas, so to speak. So I think as a whole, we better hope for a decent rainfall across the entire state. We could certainly use it. There's your update from me, Mark Torregrossa and MLive. This is our morning weather update. Thanks for joining us this morning. And hey, let your friends know this is what we do here. Bye.